All right, welcome, Fargo Davies High School. Hope you're having a great afternoon here. We got the girls' junior varsity game on tap, and that will be followed by the girls' varsity and the boys' varsity. Now, if you're looking for the boys' junior varsity, we are streaming that one as well. Let me take that message off here. Apparently put that one on the wrong computer. There will be commentary on this game. Yeah, so just go to youtube.com/ND Sports Channel, and you'll see two live videos. One of them is Game 637. That is the boys JV, and then the one you're watching here is Game 638, the girls JV. I'll be running scoreboard commentary and the camera, so bear with me, folks, and I'll do the best I can to keep up with all the action. And we're underway. Fargo Davies in the white jerseys. Fargo North in the blue. And I literally just got rosters, so I haven't even had a chance to look at them yet. So we'll get that sorted out ASAP. And the first bucket's on the board for Fargo Davies, and it's 2-0. I have been setting up for both games. I had to run and get a roster, and then now I feel like I need to go take a shower, to be honest with you. So thankfully nobody is sitting next to me at the moment, and and for anybody who sits near me in the near future, I apologize in advance. Nice three-pointer from the far wing. Makes it 5-0 in favor of the Eagles. Full court pressure here by the Eagles, and an interception. But it'll roll out of bounds, and it'll go back to Fargo North as a result. $16:18 to go in the half here. You can see the time right above the shot clock, and we zoomed our camera in just enough so that you can see the time when you're on either end of the court. That helps us out with the limited staff here. I'm doing it all on my own for this game. Usually I have two other people to help me, so that's why we don't have a clock on screen. But once the boys junior varsity finishes up over in the other gym, then we'll have more staff members over here, and it'll look more like one of our normal broadcasts. So. Three from the corner, it's in. That was Taylor Safransky with the three-pointer. And that's a 10-second violation. Back to Fargo Davies. Michaela Selensky will trigger the inbounds pass to Safransky. Back to Selensky. Up top there, that's Marissa Burian. And now the three-pointer on the way off the back iron won't go. Fargo North will get the rebound. Once again, if you're looking for the boys junior varsity game, just go to youtube.com/ND Sports Channel. We have 2 live videos going at the same time, and you can click on that one if you want to watch, or you can pull up 2 tabs on your internet and watch them both. You can mute one, unmute one, however you want to do that. The score, the person on the boys JV games are on the scoreboard for the first time ever, so if there's any issues with the score, we apologize on that. And that individual is alone over on that JV game running the camera as well. No commentary on that boys game. Mainly because the individual doesn't know really how to do commentary on a basketball game, so. At least not yet. 15-20 and counting to go here in the first half of play. And a whistle in the backcourt there and a foul on Fargo Davies. With the basketball there was, I believe, Ellie Wiest. That'll be a shot clock violation. Or maybe they won't call it. Ball didn't leave her hand before the shot clock went off. And play will continue as a result. As you saw, it will continue. At least I don't think it left her hands before it did. Maybe it did, and maybe that's why play continued, but shot is up and in. 12-0 Eagles. And one. I'll stop the clock with 13:51. Going to the line for Fargo North is Megan Dirk. The 5'10" sophomore plays forward for the Spartans. She'll have a chance to make the 3-point play, and she will. Nice job there, and Spartans are on the board now. After a 12-0 run by the Eagles, the Spartans put an end to that with a bucket and one. They made the most of that opportunity. Kurzman hands it off to Selensky, and that's off the rim, won't go. An offensive rebound shot won't go as well. And Fargo North will get that rebound. A little pressure in the backcourt there. Trip 2.5 team. It was a triple team originally until that third person, Safransky, stepped back. Into the corner, that's Safransky. A bounce pass to Kurzman, I believe, and it's in. 14-3. And it's tipped, and it's a nice save, and now that whistle will stop the clock with 13:13 to go here in the first half. And they'll lose it out of bounds. A little frustrated on that one. I certainly understand that. 13-10 to go in the first half. Long three. Looked like it was maybe gonna trickle in, but it bounced off the rim. And that will start the clock with 12:58 to go here in the first half of play. Team fouls 4-1 now in favor of the Spartans. And if you think of it in the terms of golf, the Spartans have one, and that's why they're in favor. 14 fouls for the Eagles, 1 team foul for the Spartans, for the non-golf fans out there, and now everybody knows what's up. A timeout on the floor. We'll check in the boys junior varsity game. The Fargo Davies leads 15-8 right now in the first half of play. Fargo North has the ball at the moment. Can't quite, I'm watching on my mobile device. I can't quite see the jersey numbers. So I can't tell you who's shooting the ball, but I can tell you which team has the ball. The ball just went out of bounds over the baseline, and now Fargo Davies will get the ball, leading 15-8. And it looks like the scoreboard on camera matches up with the scoreboard on screen. So great job there by our individual over there, keeping up with the matchup and keeping up with the camera work, doing an outstanding job so far, so good. Three-pointer for Davies off the back iron, won't go. Fargo North will come back the other way with a high post jumper. That's too strong off the back iron. An offensive rebound, and muscling his way underneath, but gets fouled. Fargo North will go to the free throw line. Once again, if you're just tuning in, I was giving you commentary on the boys junior varsity game that is being streamed on our YouTube channel as well. All you have to do is go to our homepage and then pick the game that you want to watch. The girls, which I got for you right here, or the boys, which our other staff member has. So we have one person on each game right now. And then after that game is over, we'll have 2 people. We'll have actually 3 people on the 2 varsity games, if I understand correctly. 12-11 to go here. Fargo North on the boys side got a free throw, so it's 15-9 in the boys JV game. Here it's 18-3. And an interception over the midcourt stripe. 2-on-1, back the other way. Pass across the paint, off the glass and in. Some nice teamwork there by Fargo Davies. And trying to get the steal there was, I believe that is Ashton Safransky, if I'm not mistaken. Number 24 in white there. Loose ball is picked up there by Macy Wielden, a 6'2" freshman. Wearing number 14 for Fargo Davies. That will be swatted out of bounds. It'll stay with Fargo North. Fargo Davies just scored in the boys' game. The Eagles lead the Spartans 20-11 about midway through the first half. And looks like Fargo North will lose it out of bounds. Once again, that's commentary on the boys' game. We got it on our phone here. Fargo North will get that pass intercepted in there, and they'll bring it back the other way. Now we'll roll out of bounds back to Fargo Davies. Looks like there's 9 minutes left in the boys' game in the first half, and the Eagles lead the Spartans 20-11. Fargo North just scored, so it's 22-13 now over in the boys' game in favor of Fargo Davies. And a foul here stops the clock with 10-10. It's been a while since either team has scored. And there's a free throw up and in, 21-3. That ends a scoreless drought here for a while. (22-3) here and 22-13 in the boys' game. And a turnover. Fargo Davies will get it right back. And out of bounds, no foul. I'll stop the clock with 10:02 to go. In the boys' game, there's 8:02 to go in the first half. Over in the boys' game, Fargo Davies just knocked down a triple. It's 25-13 in favor of the Eagles on the boys' junior varsity game. Inbounds pass from the far sideline there for the Spartans. And poked away in the backcourt. It's 2-on-1, pass into the paint, to the hoop, up and in, and one. 24-3, and a chance to make it 25-3 at the free throw line. The boys' game's in a timeout right now. Free throws off the mark. And Fargo North will get the ball and bring it back the other direction here. Great teamwork there by the Eagles to get two more on the board. It's 26-3 with 8:55 to go now as a whistle will stop the clock. Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here during the timeout. We want to thank our sponsors, including Prolon Fargo, as well as Challenge Nutrition, bringing you junior varsity action for both the boys and the girls today. Once again, in the boys' game, there's about 6:49 to go in the first half, and the Eagles now lead 27-13 over the Spartans in the boys' junior varsity game. Once again, if you want to watch that game, you can. You just have to go to youtube.com/ND Sports Channel and click on the boys' game. They're both live on our homepage there. You just got to pick which one you want to watch. Or you can open up both of them in two independent tabs and flip back and forth if you'd like. 27-13 with 6:17 to go in the first half. Eagles have the ball. Latrell Davis on the near wing now dribbles up top into the paint, muscles his way to the hoop, and draws a foul. So he'll go to the free throw line. Once again, I wish I had that video available to put up on the screen here for you. I'll see if I can't work it in during halftime. Back to action here. Fargo North will have the ball out of the timeout, trailing 26-3 with 8:55 and counting to go. Three-pointer up and in and out. Looked good coming out of her hand, but just couldn't quite knock it down. It'll go out of bounds, and the ball will go back to Fargo North. That was Ashton Safransky with the three-point attempt there for Fargo Davies. A little strong off the back glass, and now a whistle. With the stoppage in action, let's take a look at the boys' game. Three-pointers up and in, and that makes it 31-13 in favor of Fargo Davies with about 5:07 to go in that first half. Three-pointer up here. That one a little strong, and her foot was just barely in bounds. Taking a look in at the boys' game, 33-13 in favor of the Eagles. Back here to the girls' game, it's 26-3 with 7:15 to go. And a whistle and a double dribble, and the ball will go back to Fargo North. Made the move to the basket, got the points, 28-3. Just checked one of our text messages. Yes, we have commentary on the girls' junior varsity game. We do not have commentary on the boys' junior varsity game. What I am doing is during breaks in action here, I'm taking a look at the boys' game and giving you updates on it as we find them. So there will be no commentary, no live commentary on the boys' game for junior varsity today. That doesn't mean that there won't be commentary on that game ever. It just means there won't be live commentary on it. Only one person. It can't be at two games at the same time. So just an FYI on that. Rebound pulled down there by Julia Steiner, I believe, for Fargo North. And that pass is tipped and intercepted and back the other way. Wide open all alone and in. 30-3 in favor of Fargo Davies. Oops, sorry about the camera there. And that'll be poked away, and a 2-on-1 back the other way. And another 2 points, 32-3. Now it'll drop in. 2 more for the Spartans. Corner 3 on the way, hit the backboard and off, and Fargo North will get the rebound. And out of bounds. Checking the boys' game. Let's see here. Fargo North has the ball. Eagles lead 38-13 late in the first half. Make that 38-15 as Fargo North just scored over on the boys' game. Looks like there's just under 2 minutes to go in that boys' game in the first half. Here we're just under 4 minutes to go in the girls' game in the first half. Corner 3, a little strong. Fargo North will get the rebound, and a loose ball will be taken away by Davies at the midcourt stripe. Cross-court pass, now driving the baseline, and it will rattle in. 34-5 in favor of Fargo Davies. I believe that's Reagan Carlson, number 10 there, is a freshman for the Spartans. And that will stop the clock with 3:12 to go. Just under a minute, 55 seconds to go in the boys' game, and Fargo Davies leads 40-17 heading into halftime with just under a minute to go before halftime in that boys' JV game. Free throws up and in, and it's 34-6. At the line for Fargo North is Ava Kalbrenner. And she'll make both. Nice job there. Seen Ava on the softball field a few times the last couple years. Didn't even have to look at the roster. When I saw her standing at the line, I knew exactly who she was. Three, top of the key. Won't go. Safransky chases down the rebound. Now tried to work it inside, but over the head of Jesse Hammond and out of bounds and back to the Spartans. That's off the knee of Kalbrenner and back to the Eagles. Stops the clock with 2.5 to go here in the first half. Rebound, and it's up and in. About 10 seconds before halftime in the boys' game. We'll give you an update shortly here. And at the buzzer, it is 42-19 at halftime in favor of Fargo Davies in the boys junior varsity game. That one just went to half about 30 seconds ago. Three-pointer, a little bit off. Spartans will try again. That one's a little short. This time the Eagles will get the rebound. And a three-pointer up and in. .30 seconds to go in the first half here. And a turnover. 22 seconds to go. 2-on-1 back the other way, and a foul. Stop the clock with 20.2 seconds. Once again, at halftime of the boys junior varsity game, Fargo Davies leads 42-19 over Fargo North. Three-pointer up, a little strong off the back iron. Davies will get the rebound. Get a fresh shot clock here. Well, actually, they won't get a shot clock. I keep forgetting that's junior varsity. That one's a little short and out of bounds. And with 0.6 seconds to go, Fargo North will have a chance for a long three-quarter court shot if they wish. And just for kicks, it fell a little bit short, but a nice effort. Halftime here, it is 40-10 in favor of Fargo Davies, and halftime in the boys game, it is 42-19 in favor of Fargo Davies. We will keep it right here for the half and be right back in about 10 minutes for the second half here on the ND Sports Channel. All right, welcome back. We're at halftime here, about 2 minutes before the start of the second half of the girls' game. Let's go ahead and take a live look at the boys' game, and we'll see how this works out. It might be a little blurry but on our screen, but if you watch it on our YouTube channel, it won't be blurry. And it looks like Fargo Davies leads 42-22 here early on in the second half over in the boys' game in the other gym. So if you want to watch that game, you can. You just have to go to youtube.com/ND Sports Channel and then click on game 637, as the girls' game here is game 638. So 637 is the boys' game and 638 is the girls' game. And Fargo North in dark blue there, going from, let me think, I'm right to left as you see it on your screen there. 44-24, so the Eagles lead by 20. We're about a minute away from the start of the second half. So as soon as we're ready to go here, we will bring it back from that JV boys game, and we'll look in on it periodically just to kind of keep you updated there during timeouts or any other delay in action. Once again, it's only blurry because I'm trying to pull it up on my screen. I looked at it on my phone and I looked at it on the internet itself here, and it looks just fine. It's just through the way that I'm taking that and sending it to you through an alternate source, a secondary source, is the reason why it's kind of a little blurry there. But you can see that three-pointer's up, and that one just barely missed. 46-25 in favor of the Eagles. Once again, we're at halftime of the girls' game, and you are taking a live look in at the early part of the second half of the boys' game, at least for the next 10 seconds. Then we'll bring it back to the girls' game here. All right, that buzzer means we're ready for half number 2 here at the girls' game. So once again, it's 40-10 in favor of Fargo Davies. We'll keep you up.
What does it mean to be in good hands?
We'll keep you updated on that boys' game here, as I got it on a secondary monitor for you. And we're ready to go. Spartans down by a few. See if they can trim the lead there a little bit in the second half here. Three-pointer up off the front of the rim, an offensive rebound. Shot from the paint's up and in, and a trip to the free throw line on the way as well. Allen will drop it. 3 quick points for the Eagles here in the second half. They lead 43-10. There's a timeout on the boys' game right now. It's 46-28 in favor of the Eagles in the boys' junior varsity game. And a traveling call, give the ball back to the Spartans. 17:03 to go here in the second half. And a steal. I believe that's Safransky coming back the other way, and a little too strong. Offensive rebound, and that one won't go in either. Kurzman originally got her hands on the rebound, then Fargo North would strip it away, and now the Spartans will have the basketball, double team in the backcourt here. That's Hannah Johnson, now over to Reagan Carlson. Work it inside, and it's intercepted. Davies will bring it back the other way here. rebound be almost taken away. 3 a little strong off the glass. And a rebound there for Davies. Bounce pass across the paint. Couple dribbles, turning around, and a turnover. May have been partially tipped on the shot there as Spartans will bring it back and bank it in off the glass. Don't have number 32 on my roster for Fargo North, so I'm not sure who that is. Sorry about the camera there. Take a look in at that boys JV game. It's 51-31 in favor of Fargo Davies. The Eagles have the ball right now. Back to this game. Corner 3, a little strong. Offensive rebound, and it's up and in. Once again, we got one person working the boys game and one person working the girls game. I'm doing the commentary, the camera work, and the graphics updating all at the same time, and keeping you up to date on that boys game as much as we possibly can. "12 minutes to go in that boys game. 54-33, and that basket's up and in, and here it's 47-12. Three-pointer on the way, a little short. Tipped out of bounds, stays with the Spartans. 13:54 to go here in the second half. And we'll have a jump ball. Take a live look in at that boys game for you. 54-35 in favor of Fargo Davies. And be swatted out of bounds, and I believe it stays with the Eagles, and that is indeed the case. Three-pointer on the way, a little short. Rebound by the Spartans, and a foul in the backcourt by the Eagles. Pop it out, three-pointer up, and it's in! Reagan Carlson with the triple for the Spartans. There's Carlson again, and that'll be poked out of her hands. They'll stay with the Spartans. 54-37 with just under 10 minutes to go. Make that 54-40 as Fargo North just hit a 3 over in the boys' game. Rebound underneath, and it's up and in. Once again, I don't have number 32 on my roster. I'm not sure who that is, so I do apologize. Driving the baseline, pumps it out. Three-pointer on the way. No, rock off the front of the rim. Now another almost, now the ball's gonna stay in bounds, and the Spartans will pick it up and swat it right into the Eagles, hands of the Eagles. They'll come back the other way now. And that whistle will stop the clock with a foul with 11:54 to go. I believe it's just over 9 minutes to go, 55-40, and Fargo Davies has the basketball in the boys' game. They also have the basketball here in the girls' game. They'll work it inside the paint. Turnaround jumpers up and in. Nice shot there. Jesse Heyman with the bucket for Davies. And Heyman again for 2 more. And that'll be stripped away and all the way to the hoop and drops it in. And a timeout on the floor. Let's go ahead and take a look at the boys' game. Fargo North at the free throw line, 55-42. Once again, you can watch this game in a little bit clearer picture on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/ND Sports Channel. I believe that's game 638, and the girls' game here is 637, or maybe it's flip-flop. That's one of the two, but they're both streaming live right now on our YouTube channel. We're in a timeout here in the girls' game with 11:06 to go, and it's 53-17 in favor of Fargo Davies. Keep wanting to move the camera, and I forget that I'm not moving the camera on that game. There's Lachelle Davis of the basket. Makes it 57-43 for the Eagles. And now they have a timeout on the floor. So both the boys and the girls are in timeout right now. We're going to presume the girls are going to come back first, so we'll bring it back here to the main gym at Fargo Davies High School. Once again, 55-43 in favor of the Eagles. It's only a 12-point game in gym number 2. I do believe the boys JV game will probably finish up before this one does. We'll try and take another one or two more live look-ins at that game before the conclusion of this one here. Three-pointer on the way, and it's in. Kennedy Vettel, 5'6" sophomore, hit that triple for Fargo Davies. 56-17 with a little over 10 minutes to go here in the second half. Bounce pass across the lane, and that's good for 2 more. Brooke Everson with the basket. There's Ava Kalbrenner, and that one will be poked away from her and all alone. Off the glass and in. There's Kennedy Vettel again with the bucket. And another basket for Kennedy Vettel, just back to back to back here. 6 points on 3 possessions. Looks like there's about 7.5 to go in that boys game. We have 9.5 here. And guess who? That was Vettel again. She has 8 points on 4 possessions, and Fargo North wants to talk it over. So let's take a live look in at that boys game since we have a timeout on the floor here. Eagles have the ball. It's Davis working it inside to the low post. Can't quite see who that was, but it looks like it was taken away by the Spartans. So 59-45 as we bring it back to the girls' game. Long 3 off the front of the iron, won't go. Rebound Davies. Vettel, can she get 10 on 5? No, she cannot. 8 on 4 is where that streak will end. Kalbrenner dribbles down to the baseline. Now bounce pass up top here to Carlson. Carlson off the glass, a little too strong. It pokes out of bounds and goes back to Fargo Davies. 8:36 to go here in the girls' game. Six and change to go in the boys' JV game. And that shot's up and in. They got the hiccups. Sorry about that. Poked out of bounds. I'll stop the clock with 7:58 to go. Fargo North's at the free throw line with 6:06 to go, and he makes it. 62-46 as a result of the made free throw in favor of Fargo Davies in the boys game. And now here's a three-pointer on the way, and that's a little bit off the mark. And a whistle and a foul, 7:41 to go. Three-pointer, and that one almost went in. Almost got to bank in off the glass, and a loose ball is picked up there by, fresh my memory there, that was Ashton. So let's try that again. Ashton Shafransky, who got the pass up court, and 2 more points here for Fargo Davies. Three-pointer on the way, too strong. Rebound to Shafransky again. She'll go up court again and off the glass and in again. Almost 2 identical plays back to back there for the Eagles. Loose ball in the lane, and now the whistle will stop the clock. I'm going to say it's a jump ball, and that will favor Fargo North. Through the hands of Kalbrenner, back to the Eagles. Thought about the three, didn't pull the trigger, now works it up top and now over to the near side. It's into the hands of Ashley Wacha, number 22. That three from straight away is in and out, and Wacha almost had a steal, and then they called it a foul. That's Ashley Wacha. She'll fire it out there to Ashton Shafransky. And Shafransky looks at the hoop, now drives to the hoop. Carlson will get the rebound. And a loose ball, and now a whistle will stop the clock with 5:39 to go on a foul on Fargo North, I believe. 3 fouls for the Eagles and 2 now for the Spartans. 4:23 to go in the boys' game. Fargo North at the free throw line. It's 66-49 with the free throw pending for the Spartans. And the Eagles lead that one. I think that was Ashley Wacha with the triple. No, check that. It was Marissa Burian, excuse me. And that'll be stolen away. Jesse Hammond with a turnaround won't go. Battle for the rebound underneath. That's Kurzman. Can't get that one to go. And Carlson will pull down the rebound for the Spartans. And Carlson will, it'll be a foul on Fargo Davies, let's put it that way, even though it appeared as if maybe Carlson threw the elbow. And 5 in and 5 out for Fargo Davies. So we'll have some new faces on the floor here for the Eagles. We'll try and get familiar with them as soon as we possibly can. So Carlson up near wing now works up top over to the far side there for Sammy Sanford, number 2. And laying it in is Kennedy Vendel, who made that last basket. Timeout on the floor. 75-17 with 4:25 to go here in the second half of play. Let's take a live look in at that boys JV game. That's what I'm trying to say. It's 68-50 in favor of the Eagles with approximately 3:11 to go in that second half. And once again, Fargo North at the free throw line. And that one's up and in. 68-51. The pep band coming into the main gym here, getting ready for the girls varsity game as Fargo North makes both free throws. Once again, if you want to see that game without it being all blurry, you can watch it on our YouTube channel. Back to action here out of the timeout. Fargo North has the basketball and they trail by a handful. Carlson on the near wing, ball above her head, looking inside, and the shot is up. It won't go in. That was out of the hands of Hannah Johnson, and it goes out of bounds and stays with Fargo North. Whistle on a foul stops the clock with 3:32 to go. Foul will be on Fargo North. They'll send Fargo Davies to the free throw line. And going to the free throw line is Carly Franks, a 5'6" 8th grade guard. A guard who's in 8th grade. That's a lot easier to say. 8th grader guard. In and out on the free throw. Over on the boys game, 68-52. Fargo Davies at the free throw line. And Davies has a lead in that boys JV game. And that free throw's up and in. 76-17, 3:32 to go here in the second half. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Challenge Nutrition as well as Davies Families and Prolon of Fargo for both JV games, boys and girls. And then they'll also bring you the varsity games along with a couple of our other sponsors, including Allstate Fred Hage Agency and Van Dam Chiropractic, and a handful of Davies Families as well. 3:17 and counting to go here in the second half. In the boys' game, they have 2:10 to go in the second half. That three's a little bit short. Fargo North will recollect the ball, but then she stepped out of bounds. Ellie Skolowski, if I'm saying that correctly, was the one who accidentally stepped out of bounds. Wide open underneath, and it will not drop in. Rebound comes down to Skolowski. I said it right last time, and now I can't say it. There's Sanford with it. Ball is tipped, little miscommunication there between a couple of Spartans. Ball goes out of bounds and back to Fargo Davies. So 90 seconds to go on the boys JV game, 70-54 in favor of Fargo Davies. Here you got 2.5 in the girls game, 76-17 in favor of Fargo Davies, and a foul will send the Eagles to the free throw line. 14 fouls for each team now. Make that 5 for the Spartans. That one's up and in. She made them both, 78-17. .25 seconds to go in the boys junior varsity game. 73-57. And it looks like Davies will dribble out the clock, and that might end up being your final score over there on the boys JV game. And that will indeed be the case. 73-57 in favor of the Fargo Davies Eagles in the boys junior varsity game. Wrote that down. Now we'll get back to the camera work here. Three-pointer ad for Fargo Davies. It's 81-18. Numbers are flip-flopped. And lost the ball there on the pass, and Fargo North has a chance to trim the lead. And it will not happen on that possession. So they'll get it back in about a minute and 20. Once again, we want to thank Challenge Nutrition, Prolon of Fargo Moorhead, and multiple Davies families for bringing you boys JV action and today girls JV action. And when Fargo Davies plays West Fargo in about a week or two from now, we'll have the same setup. The girls will be in the main gym. We'll have the boys in the opposite gym, and then we'll have the two varsity games in this gym here. So off the front of the rim with 1:04 to go, and it'll remain 81-18. That one will drop in. 82-18 in favor of the Eagles. Just under a minute to go. .13 shot clock off, and Fargo Davies will dribble it out, and your final score more than likely be 82-18 in the girls JV. All right, that is your final score. 82-18 in the girls junior varsity game, and in the boys junior varsity game, the Eagles win 73-57. We're going to take a short time out. We'll get things set for the girls varsity game and be right back here on the ND Sports Channel in about maybe 5 to 10 minutes with your pregame show.